need to celebrate you. The reason I need to celebrate you is for you to understand you made it to one of, if not the favorite chapter of the whole entire book. I keep saying that, but I really do mean it. You can only scale who, not what. God, please let that resonate. Please let that sink in. You can have the best model in the world. You can have the best process in the world. You can be the best salesperson in the world. You can be the best loan officer in the world. You can be the best at everything. But if you can't build the team around you to execute the fulfillment of your amazing talents, you're gonna be this big. To get to this big, you've got to build something that we learn to call human leverage. It's the who, it's not the what. You build the model, you create a process, then the who, not the what, executes that model. That model is built on best practices. Made a very, very big mistake once. And I regret it, but I learned a great lesson from it. There's a previous teammate of mine, his name was Neil. He was like in leadership. And he came to me once, he says, hey, how's recruiting going? He taught me a phenomenal lesson because my egotistical self said, it's horrible, man. I can't find anybody as good as me. I wish I could go back and slap myself. However, Neil's wisdom, and this guy was like, I don't know, 10 years younger than me. But Neil's wisdom says, oh, can you find anybody half as good as you? And I said, yeah, there's a ton of people out there half as good as me. Oh my God, I really said that. Now, Neil's response, again, more wisdom, says, great. If you find 2 people half as good as you and you recruit them and you bring them on, then they can do 100% of business that you can do. But if you find 3 people half as good as you, which you can, Wally, they find 3 people half as good as you, they can do 150% as much as you do. And that's where Team Wally University started. And that's where human leverage came in, of having the wisdom of understanding. If I built a model built on best practices, and I recruited the talent to perform the model, even though they might have been half as good as me early in the process, I swear on my life, my wife, my 2 children today, my teammates today are better than I ever was as a loan officer. My teammates today are better at lead to app, better at high trust, better at structure and options, better at mortgage coach, better at technology, better at contract management, better at pipeline management than I ever was in the mortgage space. Just lucky for me, I was just the first person that built it all. With that being said, what I want you to understand is without human leverage, your business will stay small, but you've got to build the models and systems that the humans that you recruit on help your business do this. The second type of leverage, we just talked about human leverage. The second type of leverage is equally as important. It's called systems leverage. It's a who, not what. It means you build a mortgage business highway built on your systems that you leverage your team to build their cars that they drive down the highway, and you become the toll booth. The toll booth, every time you go down the highway, you pay a fee. I get a portion of the commission of every loan that my teammates do because I built the systems that they operate off. You know, building a team is about building a highway. Over time, you teach them how to build the car that they drive down the highway. That car that they build could be a 2-seater, it could be a 5-seater, it could be a bus, it could be a sports car, it could have a 2-cylinder engine, could have a 12-cylinder engine, could be convertible, whatever they want their goals to be. You are the one that helps them build that vehicle. That vehicle goes down the highway, and every single toll booth that they go through, every single closing that they have, you make an income off that closing because they pay the fee when they go through the toll. That is all what leadership is, and that's all what systems leverage is. Build the highway, which is your system, that you can build human leverage to drive down the tollway and pay a fee every piece of the closing, every piece of the funding, where you make a residual income from the business versus an earned income. And that's one thing that I love that we've been able to do. I've taken the mortgage business that's an earned income business. You got to earn your income every single month. Every single month you start at 0. I've taken an earned income industry and flipped it upside down to make it a passive income industry. So can you. All right, you ready to turbocharge your business? Technology leverage. Again, the same focus. You can only scale who, not what. Means you can build a leverage on your team that through automation, you can speed up your teammates' efficiency, speed up their vehicle, and be able to help them accomplish more production, more profit for you, in less time. Now, technology leverage, what we do, I've got a technology specialist on staff. His name is Josh. He's been with me for 7 years. He does things like, say, he calls himself the creator of time. Super cool. I like it. Confident in himself a little bit. But here's what's super cool about Josh. Every single week, he studies our loan officers. Means he sits down with each loan officer for, let's say, an hour or 2 hours a day, watches them work. He looks for ways to innovate their worlds. So for example, when our client concierge, Garrett, he sat down with him, he would saw through that when Garrett would call a client and they wouldn't pick up to do an annual mortgage review, then he'd have to leave a voicemail, 45 seconds. Then he'd have to type out a text, another 45 seconds. Then he'd have to send an email, another 15, 20 seconds. What Josh was able to do for Garrett with, again, scaling who, not what, through technology leverage, is clicked one button, he dispositioned the loan to leaving voicemail. Voicemail technology called Slide Dial can voice drop a voicemail in your phone. Have you ever picked up your phone and never rang, but there's a voicemail? It's me embedding a voicemail in your phone. Then also a text can go out through Agent Legend and also through Ring Central. Then also on top of that, a automated email goes out through BombBomb that is pre-programmed and pre-structured and pre-recorded. What was great about that, in a 3-second window, Josh was able to save the client concierge over 2 minutes of their day. That might not make this sound a lot to you, but if you do 125 dials a day for 5 days a week for 20 business days in the year, he was able to give back 7 days worth of work by creating this one technology. You can only scale who, not what. So human leverage, systems leverage, and technology leverage is what we're going to focus on next.